Thank you, Rosie, and welcome to the Excel Weekly Update presented by Beeman Toyota for today, Friday, May 16th. It's the first day of the Excel May Open, so we're really excited about that. Let's dive in with Coach Brennan.
Thank you, Coach Benji. We've got birthdays that we're celebrating, including one today, Alex Dos Santos. Happy birthday, Alex. Then on the 17th, Anna Aurora, Jolie East, and Ellie Monduleski. On the 18th, Wise Lou. On the 19th, Candace Hammock, Ari Rosner, Henry Smith. On the 20th, Kevin Mayer. On the 21st, Boston Boyd, Ella Cundiff, Caroline Green, and Jackson Mallory. For everybody celebrating a birthday this week, happy birthday.
We have a couple of announcements this week, and the first is we're excited to announce a clinic that's being hosted by Olympian Abby Weitzel. That'll be on Saturday, June 14th from 8:30 to 11:30. You can sign up for that clinic online, but space is a little bit limited, so make sure you jump on that if you're interested in that. We are also hosting the Excel May Open this weekend, so we're going to have some scheduling adjustments. So for today and tomorrow, all practices at all sites are canceled. And then on Monday, all of the Brentwood practices will be canceled, and so will the morning practices at our Spring Hill site. That's all that we're aware of, but as always, please check with your own coaches for any site-specific adjustments.
Hey everybody, Coach Steven here. I'm with Coach Benji, and we had the honor to interview two of our athletes who are going to be competing for us internationally out in London at the Adam Peaty International Meet, where they're going to be competing for the NCSA international team representing Team USA. We had a great 20-minute interview with both those athletes. So what were some of the big takeaways from that interview?
I was really honored to sit down with these two, and I think what I was most surprised by was this incredible juxtaposition of two athletes, incredibly humble and supremely confident. You know, sometimes those two don't go together.
Right. It was a lot of fun to see just how they interacted with each other in the interview and how comfortable they were, and how they kind of managed the dynamic of the coach-to-athlete relationship. So what was your take on that?
Well, so they both swim for Coach Andrea. In fact, they both have only had Coach Andrea their whole career, and they have incredible trust and belief in Coach Andrea.
Absolutely. And it's phenomenal to have such a high level of staff on our program to lead these athletes. Do you think we'll do more of these interviews in the future with some of our other athletes?
I hope so. I mean, it was a real pleasure to do, and I could foresee us doing this in the future with them, coaches, and maybe even sponsors.
Well, that's really exciting. I do hope we can do more in the future. It's a lot of fun. Thanks to everyone who put that together with that idea, and so we hope you enjoyed this short segment from that interview.
That experience has helped you with any anxiety you're going to have in the future. Do you feel like you've built up strategies to deal with that?
Yes, I feel like I set a goal for myself, and when I have a rough day of practice, I think, this is my goal, this is what I'm working to achieve. I still have to push myself even if I don't feel great in the water today.
I was most nervous for that 4 a.m. time trial.
Right, we put the two guys in there with you?
I was so nervous. She told me, I think my mom was telling me about the trial cut the night before. I don't even know why she told me that. I don't think I slept so good that night, and then I swam in the morning, and then I rested in between the day, and I could not rest. I was really nervous, mainly because I had this like what if I make it, what if I don't make it? But at the same time, we learn from it, and I learned.
That was kind of a public short. You came up short. We had people watching. We had other swimmers trying to pace you in that. So that's probably potentially the worst case scenarios. But how did you use that to get ready for the next time? You know, how did you react to that? How did you feel about that?
I was just happy to be done with it.
Yeah.
And then I realized I always say everything happens for a reason,
yeah.
But on a positive note. And I know that although I may have some bad practices,
yeah.
Not always bad. They're just not like what I expect or what I hope they are.
Yeah.
But I tend to have more good than some bad.
Yeah.
Because I don't have too many bad. But when this does happen, I usually do self-talking and say it's okay, and I push through it.
Thank you, Coach Benji and Coach Steven, for that preview of a great 18.5-minute interview. We hope you enjoyed that snippet. Be sure to catch the entire thing on our YouTube and our socials tomorrow. We'll release that as they head off to London. And for all the other latest news and updates here at Excel Aquatics, make sure you're following us on social media. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe, set notifications for new videos. Make sure you're following us on Facebook, Instagram, X, and Threads for all the latest news and updates. We'll see you next week.